Hello, everybody. So, the last 48 hours has been a bit of a wild ride. So, I figured I'd just take a moment and explain what happened. So, yesterday I got two community guideline strikes. I'll tell you what it was. One was on a DSP video and one was on a Movie Bob video. So, no, neither of them were on a Yandere Dev video for what it's worth. So, we got the two of them. I got one of them overturned, the other one got upheld. The one on the Movie Bob video for like hate speech or something. I think I looked it up or I was like able to like figure it out. I think you're just not allowed to like make fun. You're not allowed to say like negative things about people. I think goes against the community guidelines. So if somebody criticizes you, like even if it's legitimate criticism, even if like if you feel like your feelings are hurt, you can file a community guidelines strike on them. If you feel they're being mean to you. And it's like, I don't know, Movie Bob's a public figure. He's not just a public figure, he's like a public figure who makes money off of his personality, who's overtly political and gets into beefs with people all the time. So, do I think it was him? No. Do I think it was fans of his? I didn't even know he had a fan base, but no, I don't think it was him. As for the DSP video, was it DSP? No. Do I think it was DSP's fans? No. If they were going to flag my stuff, they would have done it another time. The video they flagged was the most recent one where I was actually largely taking his side in the YouTube thing. Because something similar happened to him that happened to me. Well, not similar, but he got screwed by YouTube too. So I was actually kind of supporting him in that video. My main criticism, though, was that he went into full, like, panic mode and used it to raise money when the whole thing got resolved in, like, 3 hours. So do I think it's DSP? No. Do I think it was Movie Bob? No. I mean, the Movie Bob video had been up for, like, a year. And that's kind of, like, the thing that's so nonsensical about it. Is I can have it up for a year and then someone can just decide to file it. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. So who do I think did it? I'm not going to speculate here. I'm pretty sure it wasn't those two people. I think most people have a pretty good guess of who they think might have been behind it. I'm not going to comment on it because frankly I don't want to continue whatever war people think I'm waging. With regards to whatever people think, I have no evidence that certain people are behind it, be it their leader, be it his followers. Their followers are behind it. And frankly, I don't really care. Like, just the videos I do on lolcows aren't supposed to be serious. They're just for fun. Like, they're just supposed to be like sarcastic, kind of snarky videos poking fun at things that amuse me. Like, I'm not a salty X fan of any of these people. I'm not a salty X fan of Movie Bob. I'm not a salty X fan of Yandere Dev. I'm not a salty X fan of DSP. I just find them fascinating and I like to poke fun at them. If you're gonna put your entire life, like, there's a difference I think between putting just some aspects of your life. Like, I'll talk about some aspects of my life, but I don't, like, post pictures of my family or say, like, oh, my GF is moving in with me, give me money, and show, like, pictures of her. Like, there's a difference between sharing parts of your life and putting your entire life online. And there's a difference between putting your entire life online and using parts of your life that you put online as a way to raise money, which is what a lot of these people do. So I think I have a right to criticize them and to poke fun at them. Because it's not like poking fun at some like random person. Like, if I found somebody in my comment section who said you're an asshole and I go and I like dox them and then I post stuff about their family, like that's fucked up. But these are people who put stuff about their lives online. And not just that, but use it as a way to insult other people. Like DSP for years said that like the people who attacked him didn't have a GF, but he had a GF. So he's making it directly relevant. So you can think like what I do is in good taste. You can think what I do is in bad taste. It's not something I particularly care about. Like, DSP doesn't concern me in the way my religion does or my identity does or my country does. Like, it's not something that really bothers me on a deep level. I think it's fascinating from like a learning standpoint. I think it's fascinating like as a this is how you don't live, etc. But at the very least, with regards to this, like I said, I don't get it. I have no evidence. Most people have a suspicion as to what happened. But I don't know. Like, if it was such a big deal, the people in question could have come to me and they could have said, "Look, Argent, this really bothers me. This really bothers me. Could you please take the video down?" And ultimately, I'm a pretty nice guy, so if one of these people had have come to me and said, "Look, dude, could you just not do that?" I probably would have stopped, to be honest. Or if they had have corrected me. Or the other issue is people say, "Well, Argent, you're stealing people's content by watching it and commenting over it." Okay, well, that's not an unfair thing. And the times I've gotten a content ID match, I haven't appealed it. Like, if I got a content ID match on a DSP video, I wouldn't appeal that because I am taking his content. I think you should be able to split the money and say, "Look, I deserve part of it because I am doing something transformative of it. But yeah, he deserves some of the money because it was initially his content." So if it had been like a copyright claim or something, like it was a copyright strike, that would have made more sense. Like for Movie Bob, if it had been me reading his book online and they copyright struck me for that, that would at least like make sense. I don't think it's fair necessarily, but that would at least make some sort of like logic. Or if like my DSP videos had been gotten strikes for stealing his content. Like once again, you can agree with that or disagree with that. I think regardless the copyright system's bullshit. But yeah, like that would at least, I think, to me make some semblance of sense. What I got the strikes for. The other thing is YouTube doesn't even tell you what you got the strikes for. Like on the DSP video, it just said community guidelines strike. And then they ask you to appeal it, and you're like, well, how am I supposed to appeal this? It doesn't say what I'm supposed to be appealing. Like, can you explain to me what it is? And the thing is, YouTube has the option for these to just delete the video and not give your channel a strike. But for whatever reason, they decided not to do that. And I mean, that's kind of like part of my issue is if YouTube had, like I said, if these people had have come to me and said, "Look, Argent, could you take the video down?" I probably would have, or I at least would have had a conversation about it. If they had said, "Look, Argent, I don't want you using my content," I would have at least had a conversation. I probably would have. If YouTube had have come to me and said, "Look, we don't want you to put this kind of content up on our website. Could you please take it down and not put it up again?" I would have abided by that. I've had no community guideline strikes before this. I've always been in compliance as far as I can determine. The issue is, like, who is in compliance and who isn't. It's arbitrary. The written rule set is irrelevant. I'm sure you can look through it and say, like, everything I post, because it's negative or hateful or something, is in violation of it. But there's a difference between de jure and de facto. Like, de facto, there is no rules. De jure, there might be all these guidelines on paper, but I don't think iDubbbz had his channel shut down, and he dropped N-bombs, he called people figs. I have to be careful with what I say. I don't want this to get struck too. Keemstar does that. He got his channel back. What was his name? Logan Paul filmed, like, people killing themselves, and I don't think he should have gotten his channel taken down for that. But the point being is, and I don't necessarily agree with that, but like if it's not fair. Like there's no consistency. Like if you see someone like iDubbbz who can drop N-bombs like 20 times the video, or PewDiePie, or like any of these bigger people can do all this stuff, and you do something more mild and you get a strike and they don't, then that's like, who are you supposed to believe? Are you supposed to believe the guidelines, or are you supposed to believe what you see with your eyes? Like, people have been critical of me in the past, and I understandably so. Why don't I use more clips for movies and stuff? Now, part of that is laziness, I'm not going to lie. But the other part of it is, back when I, like, first started out, I had done a reaction review of Dracula Untold, and like most of my reaction reviews, it had the still image of the promotional poster. And my channel got a copyright strike, and my streaming got shut down for like 3 months. A copyright strike for using a promotional image. And like it was not just like Content ID, like the company literally went and flagged my video for it. So like what am I so I'm supposed to, I guess, believe that if I can't use a still frame from a movie, I can use video clips from a movie. And some of these people, like if you look at like Eckhart Slatter, he'll use like full like 3 minute long clips from Star Wars movies and stuff that he plays on like loop. And that's okay because I guess he's bigger, but I'm not allowed to do that because I'm smaller. So it's like it's this massive double standard where I guess if you're bigger, a different set of rules apply to you. And I would just like some consistency, and I'd like some actual guidelines. Like, if YouTube would just say, this is what we tolerate, this is what we don't tolerate, and people say, well, they do that, Argent. Yeah, they theoretically do, but in practice, they don't. In practice, they don't really give a real explanation of it. Not in a consistent way. Like, their guidelines are so broad, everything is in violation of their content idea guidelines, and they don't enforce it on everybody the same. So that's kind of, I guess, kind of to summarize what happened. So what's going to go on moving forward? I probably should have gotten to that before now. I'm just not going to be able to do lolcow videos anymore. I can't risk my channel getting shut down. If it was getting shut down over like some, I don't know, something else, that might be okay, but like I don't want it to get shut down over just some nonsense drama that I don't even care about. Like, I don't give a shit about any of these people. I just was doing some videos for fun, and I don't want to lose something I've spent all this time building up over nonsense. It's not like some great political stand. It's not being roasted like on the spit for my faith or something. It's just some dumb internet drama stuff that doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'll still do DSP videos. They're just going to be on Twitch. And the archives will go up on my other channel, Argent's Quality Content, which is where all future lolcow stuff will go up. I wish I could have it all here, but I just can't. Until the broken community guidelines strike system gets fixed or changed, I can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I know you love the DSP stuff. I know you like it when I stream here and post it here, but it's just literally, it is what it is. Nothing I can do. So there will be DSP streams. My streams are now going to be on Twitch. I will post a video up on this channel telling you that it's live on Twitch, and then I'll put the archives on the other channel. So that's kind of an update. That's what's going to happen going forward. And thank you, everybody, for your support. Hopefully we can move past this. The other community guidelines strike will resolve itself in a couple of months, but in the meantime, I'm not allowed to live stream. So I'll talk to you guys later.